Today I'm testing out the golf app Arccos to see if technology can help boost my game or it's all just a fad and a waste of money. Arccos is the smart golf tool that automatically tracks every shot you take, gives you real-time distances and even acts like a personal caddy. I'll show you how it works on the course and put it to the test to see if it can actually lower my score. Stick around to find out if this tech's worth it for your game. Arccos says that it's your caddy and we're going to put that to test today. I'm going to play 9 holes at Costa Daurada Golf Club here in Spain, and I'm going to trust the app 100% and only take the clubs it tells me to take to see if it's worth its money. Okay, so Arccos, the system and the app works with these little pins that you plug in, and my grips already had a little hole for them, so I just slotted them straight in. They track the movement in the impact, but it also works with the microphone on your phone. So once you launch the app on your phone, it always has to be in your front facing leg pocket, because it's going to use the motion of the swing and the sound to trigger a shot in the application. So really, if this works well, I don't need to put my scores in, because my scores will be my shots will automatically be placed into the app every time I take a shot because of the microphone and the tracking on this. It's been tracking all my shots over the last couple of weeks. It knows the distances that I'm capable of and my averages. So we're going to trust this 100%. But it's telling me to take a 5-wood. And the reason why it's telling me to take a 5-wood, not a driver, is because last week I actually snapped my driver in the half. I basically chunked the drive and it snapped clean in half. Oh, that's a bit to the left, but I'm liking that. That was a good shot. I'm pretty far left. It does like a half pipe this hole, so the ball should come down into the fairway. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. Let's go. Okay, so we hit a 223-yard shot with that 5-wood, and it's telling me to take the 5-wood again. I've got a pretty good line, but this is a horrible lie. If it was me making this decision, I would not take a 5-wood here just because of what the lie is. I'd probably prefer something like a 5-wood. No, a 5-iron. All right, I've topped that, but we're still in the middle of the fairway. So we're still 140 yards away, and it wants me to take a 7-iron. So yeah, let's hit that 7. I feel like I could hit it way further than what that green is with this, but we'll see. Shoot. Saved by the tree. That is not the app's fault, that's my fault. I hooked the hell out of that, but probably would have went a bit too far, but let's go. Okay, so it's telling us we've got 29 yards to go. It's not actually giving me a club to take, so I'm going to take a 56 here. Terrible shot, we've rolled that onto the green. Same again, just a 56 chip. There we go. That was better. You see, I've learned this like new chipping technique, which is why I look so rigid there. It's just basically so like you can't mess it up, but I did mess it up back there, so it's not working that well for me. Oh my gosh, straight over the line. Oh my Lord. That is overthinking. I don't know what that is. Let's see if that's measured that both taps in there. So saying 6, 7. So we've ended that on a double bogey. So we have a 149 meter par 3, which is about 160 yards par 3. Okay, so the app is actually making me take a 4 hybrid 160 yards. So I mean, I can definitely hit it further than that, but maybe my average is about that from like all the scuff shots and stuff. Also, one thing that it might be considering is that the wind is really hard into us right now, so I don't know if it considers that in the application. If it does, obviously it's coming straight at us, so that's going to cut a lot of distance off of the shot. Also, what I've noticed with the application so far is it's not considering the lie. So it's not considering whether it's in like deep rough or, you know, on a bad lie like downhill, uphill, which I would usually take that into consideration when choosing a club. It's just
basically picking off a distance. So I don't know if I can trust it 100%, but obviously in this round we're going to. Oh no! I think I've smashed that into oblivion, which I thought was going to happen. Yeah, let's go see if we can find that ball. Okay, so luckily we've planted into the side of this hill, which is just on the green here. So if it wasn't for this hill, that would have been gone, like completely gone. So this hill has saved our ass. Oh, not quite enough on it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but there's like a big slope here. So just gonna take, well, obviously gonna take a putter and just put it down there, see what we can get. Oh, well, see if we can get this bogey. Okay, there we go. We've secured the bogey. We've got double bogey, bogey, so next hole's a par, right? Okay, so what's Mr. Arccos telling us now? So 436 yard par 5. This is crazy uphill, this one though. It's like, it's tiring to walk up. And it's telling me to take a driver, but I don't actually have the driver. So we're gonna go with the 5-wood. Okay, so this par 5, I actually love it because it's so hard to mess up because it's so wide. Saying that, you're probably gonna watch me shank it into the woods right now. But yeah, the aim of the game, just go straight down the middle. Not the best shot, a bit to the left, a bit, I would call that a draw, maybe the wind turned it into a hook, but yeah, we're just up near the trees over that way. Okay, so Mr. Arccos, our app caddy, is telling us to take a 5-wood again, and it's 237 yards to the pin right now. Not a great shot, to be honest. Right, not the right direction at all, that was a misplay. But yeah, at least we got some distance. Let's go find it. Right, the app is now telling us it's 110 yards away and we have to take a pitching wedge. There's 2 horribly dangerous bunkers up there. Usually if I hit the ball into those bunkers, it is game over for me on this hole. So we're desperately trying to avoid them. I'd rather hit too long than too short here. Straight into the center of that bunker. Not even a bounce in, not even a roll down, just straight in there. I manifested that. Right, so this ball is absolutely buried in that sand. I'm not a great bunker shot man myself, so you might want to close your eyes. You probably don't want to witness this. Oh my God, we're out. Can't believe it, first time. That never happens. I think I can safely say that's the best bunker shot I've ever hit in my life. So we're actually putting for par right now. We're on for a par. This could be a good one. Oh yes, oh my God, what a putt. What a putt, I cannot believe that. Bunker shot of my life, putt of my life. What a great hole for par, love it. Maybe it's the beauty of this app. Who knows, Arccos, I love you. Okay, so I'm 3 over right now, going into the 4th hole. So hole 4 is a 320 yard hole. So it's telling me to take the 5-wood, so 5-wood in hand. And yeah, here it's really thin, so left and right is danger. It has to be a straight shot or you're gonna be taking a drop and a point. So yeah, let's just pray for a straight shot here. Nice, came out a bit to the right, just drawing round. Lovely, we're in play. Let's do this. We're about 116 yards to the pin. The app's telling me to take a pitching wedge, so that's what we're gonna take. That went a bit too far. I don't know if we're still on the green, but I felt like that went way too far. I probably should have been hitting a 52 there if I hit it as clean as that one. I did connect with that well, so let's check it out. So this is for a birdie. Oh, that is embarrassing, man. Oh my God. Too hard than not hard enough. Kind of offline anyway, to be fair. So officially a bogey, green and reg, and then free putt. No fault of the app, but yeah, I think it was great choices from the app there, so well done, Arccos. Let's go. Okay, so my friend Mr. Arccos is telling me that it's 353 yards. Telling me to take a 5-wood, so 5-wood is in hand, and we're just going to smash it straight down that hill. It's pretty dry and that's really far downhill, so we're going to get a ton of rollout if we hit it straight. Bit too much of a draw on that. Okay, we're really up on the left-hand side. We're in the rough a little bit, but by rough in this course is like just desert and dirt, so we should be fine. We should have a shot onto the green. Okay, so we've got what I feel like a bit of a rogue one right now. So we're 120 yards away, and it's telling me to take an 8-iron. The lie again is a bit difficult and weird, so it's very steep downhill. But yeah, I feel like 8-iron's rogue, man. Like I've got a danger of hitting that like 140. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll take the 8-iron. Oh, it's actually rolled back out. Oh my God, it came off. It came out of the toe. Maybe the app knew that I'd absolutely shanked that into the woods and that I needed this club not to lose it completely. So maybe it saved me, maybe it didn't. Who knows? It's telling me 50 yards and it's telling me to take my 56 degree. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. That was a nice little chip. We're on the green. Okay, so this is a bit of a difficult green. It slopes down like crazy this way. So I'm going to go like there and hopefully it just drops on in. Not enough. I mean, I got the line right, I think, just not enough power on it. Bogey secured. Playing bogey golf today. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we've got a 300-yard par 4 straight down there. Arccos is telling me to take my 5-wood again, so let's see what we can do. There is a bunker around 200 yards away, so that is the danger zone. Okay, we've hooked that a little bit, but we're kind of safe. Okay, so we have 100 yards-ish to the pin. Arccos is telling me to take a pitching wedge, which right now I really don't agree with that decision because I've hit a couple of good shots today, and this is going to go way past the green. If I hit this well, it's going way past the green, but let's see if they know something I don't. Well, I can safely say that probably couldn't have gone any worse. But at least I think it went through the trees. It's not actually ended up that bad. I feel like every time I disrespect the app, I disrespect Arccos, I make a terrible shot. I think it's like, actually, when you put these to your ear, it makes a little wee sound, like when you put them to your ear, it's like wee, and I think it's connected to my brain, and every time I disrespect the app, I just chunk it or make a terrible shot. But this has actually ended up well. We're 30 yards away, and at this distance, it doesn't tell me what club to take, so I'm taking the 56, and just a cheeky up and down. Yeah, a bit too much on that. Looks like we have a hell of a putt to make. All right, so this is very much right to left. Let's make another fantastic putt. Oh, I did bobble a bit and got slowed down by some of these bumps. Oh my God. Double bogey, we've broken the bogey train. Wow. Oh, well, on to the next. Okay, so this is an interesting one, right? Because this hole, it is a par 4. It's a 258 yard par 4. So the app is telling me to take my 5 wood. But the thing is, this is a dog leg left. It goes to about 170 yards down there and then takes a really sharp left. So if you hit it more than that, you're going to be out of bounds. You're going to hit it into the trees. So I don't think that this app is accounting for that, unless it's accounting for me being Tiger Woods and slapping it diagonally across all them trees. Yeah, I don't think it's actually accounting for that right now.
While we whiz through a couple of shots on the golf course here on the background, I'm going to jump in with my analysis of the app and if I think it's worth it or not. So firstly, if you don't have a golf watch or any other piece of tech that's doing this for you, it's really nice to have the distances in the palm of your hand and to be able to see where on the club you need to hit and to be able to see the layout of the course. Is really, really nice. The next thing, what's really nice is the automatic distance tracking. So it tracks how far you hit with each club and you can go back after the game and review how far you hit that shot. Or you can do it on the course as well if you have time. But you're probably going to slow up your play a little bit. It's also great because it automatically tracks your scores. So when you lift a club out of your golf trolley, it actually automatically detects that you've done that. It knows what club it is. It knows when you've hit. Now, in an ideal world, if this worked perfectly, it would be amazing. But I would say about only 85% of the time it tracks this correctly. If that was better, this app would be absolutely perfect for that. But because of that, it means you can't trust it to 100% track your round. So you are going to have to make adjustments as you go through or through the rounds. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is more important for high handicappers like myself. So if you're not amazing at golf, you've probably got huge variation in your shots, right? So when I'm hitting an 8-iron or a 5-iron or any club really, sometimes I'm going to hit it really well, others I'm going to hit it not so well. And so I think the app struggles a tiny bit with club selection. So if you're on a long range shot, it really doesn't matter. It's just going to tell you to take like the highest one possible. But I think where it really comes into play, and we've seen it a few times in this video, I was on a 150 yard par 3 and it was telling me to take my hybrid. Now probably my average with a hybrid is 150. Now the issue is that if I hit a hybrid well, which might only be 1 in 3 times that I do that, I actually hit it almost 200. So that means I'm going to smash it way past the green. So it does, with the high handicappers, I feel, have a bit of an issue analyzing which club to take just because of the discrepancy. But I feel like the better that you get at golf, the easier the app is going to find it to recommend you a good club. The next thing is, if you were to use this as a standalone caddy, as in you just want to trust it 100%, I don't think you can do that. I think it does give good recommendations. So the issue is, I think the app is always aiming at, it's just calculating based off of distance to the pin, not what's right in front of you. This also comes into the other issue, which I've been complaining a bit about through this video, is the lie. Like if you're like me and you can't take a club on any lie. Now, one thing that I do absolutely love, and this is where I think it's going to help you the most to decrease your score, is the post-game analysis. So after you've completed a round, you can go into stats, and it's going to give you a huge amount of data. Maybe it's a little bit too much for a high handicapper such as myself, but it's still great to look at because you can get really specific of what you look into, right? So it gives you a summary, and it's going to give you a summary of like the strokes gained on that specific course. It's going to give you round highlights. It's giving me a scoring analysis, so it's telling me what's going on each hole. So my average on a par 3 was 4.0 shots, my average on a par 4 was 5.5 shots, and my average on a par 5 was 6.5 shots. So you can be working to like bring those down over time. And then some additional benefits to the app that I don't think are really going to help your game, but it's just a really cool thing to have, is one, you've got the top shots. So after each game, there's this little top shot section where you can see like which were your best shots of the round, like highlights. And then you can also share them to social media, like your Instagram story, even on WhatsApp, just to like show off to your friends. But yeah, that's my overall analysis of the app. Do I think it's worth spending the money? One, it's over $100 to purchase the full pack, and two, it's over $100 per year for the subscription to actually use it. I do think it is a fantastic app and piece of technology if you're good enough to use it. Now, I think in my specific case, I've got so much more to improve on in my golf game, and I'm pretty bad at golf at the moment. I'm getting better rapidly, so yeah, keep watching and subscribe. But at the moment, I'm still making so many mistakes across the board that essentially the answer to my golf game is I need to improve everything. So looking at the application, for me personally, it's more about the, viewing my past round, viewing the shareable stats that I can share with friends, rather than looking at what I can improve on, because there's just so much to improve on right now. So for me, as a really high handicapper right now, I would say it's a bit on the expensive side for me to justify purchasing this and having this subscription. But hopefully by the time this subscription renews next year, I'll be at a point in golf where I really can use it. So final say on the matter is, yes, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great for good golfers in the sort of low handicappers, but I don't know if I would recommend it to high handicappers to improve their game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, it boosts it and it really does help us out. And also, if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic, because most of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed, and when we get that subscription, it really does boost the channel and it helps us out a lot. So yeah, I would appreciate it. It would be so much help if you could hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments as well what type of content you want to see from us. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.